Hi everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the Kraftgali channel. I think today's project might blow your mind for how simple it is and what a wow factor. So we are going to be playing with the Altenew Cube Builder stencil, and I am going to be placing it down on some watercolor cardstock. You can use any color cardstock you want, specifically for two reasons. One, I'm using oxides, and two, it's a stencil, and so even if it didn't blend perfectly, it's going to blend well because they're oxides, and a stencil kind of breaks up any of that harsh lining. Alright, so I'm taking out my blender tool, and I am stenciling more heavily on the bottom and then working it up into a lighter tone, but really it doesn't. That's just the way I did it in this video. Some of the cards I do equally as heavily throughout, but this one I just kind of wanted to do kind of like an ombre. I'm going to clean off my stencil and then watch as I shift it. I think that's probably like a 90-degree shift, I want to say. And now I'm going to line up the diamonds in between the other horizontal diamonds. So now my diamonds are going vertical up and down. And I'm going to take my next color here and ink up the stencil all the way up. Now this ink, this Distress Oxide is super juicy, and so I really kind of lost that effect of lightening it at the top. But wait until you see this result. Look at it. I was going to ask you if you're ready for it, but you're never ready for this. How cool is that? There it is. I was blown away. Really, honestly, until you see it yourself, you're like, there's my excited hands. Like, what is happening? That's what I was saying out loud. All right, so let's do the colors that I'm going to be using for my project today. I'm going to be using, this one is Wilted Violet, and again, clean that off, switch it to the other angle, line it up, and then I'm going to be using some shaded lilac. So I want to use a darker and a lighter color. I feel like that gives you a lot of dimension, and it kind of builds up the cubes even more, almost to do some natural shading, if you will. But now we're going to step up this card, and I am going to use some glitter embossing powder over it. Wanted to see how that worked. Distress Oxides stay wet for a little bit, giving you some time to do this. And so I'm just going to heat set that with my heat tool. My daughter asked me specifically to do a purple one, so this one was for her. And once I get that all heat set, wow. Yes, W-O-W-A. So excited about that one. And that's really a step up. So there we have the blue, a plain purple, and then the glittered purple. All right, so when we have our pieces, let's put this card together. So I'm going to cut this down with a Lawn Fawn rectangle stitched die, just so that I could do a little bit of layering with my image, with my panels. Once I get that set up, and put that aside, I'm going to pull out some plain paper. And the reason I'm going to pull out this cardstock is because I want to make my own colored glitter cardstock. And this is going to match the card panel perfectly because I used Wilted Violet. And then again, some more of that glitter embossing powder. I'm going to heat set that. If you heat set it as you normally would heat set something, the glitter is going to go everywhere. And I know this particularly because this day I did it. It went right into my coffee. So you want to heat it from the back if you can. Once I get that done, I'm going to take out this Paper Rose shadow die, and I'm going to cut out the shadow in black, and then my thanks word, as well as the ch-ch. That's the official name of the little symbol underneath the thanks. Ch-ch. And I'm going to layer some purple glitter cardstock atop the black. Here I'm just going to put my panel together using some Nuvo glue. If you notice that black cardstock, the one that I cut the thanks out of, and I could still use it as a mat. So just kind of trying to maximize your paper without wasting. I'm going to use some fun foam on the back of my panel, and then I'm just going to assemble everything. I am using tweezers to do this because I find that my fingers are a little bit difficult to work with, or I'm not getting glue on a big piece where my big fat thumb is sitting. So this is a little bit easier to use tweezers. And then I'm just going to apply some Nuvo glue to that and place it all together. And that's pretty much going to be the design of the card. I am going to use some of this Elizabeth Crafts double-sided adhesive. I think this stuff rips incredibly easy, so I really like that. It's very strong, it's good tape, and then I'm just going to release the release paper and put that onto my 120-pound Neenah Solar White card base. I use 120 for all of my card. Is it 120? No, I think it's 110. It's 110. I use that for all my card bases. Now, let me show you about these Studio Katya gems. Right here, if you put it on your project like I'm showing you right there as a bowl, it's more sparkly. If you lay it down flat, which you may be tempted to do, it's beautiful, but it's not as sparkly. It doesn't catch all the light. And so keep that in mind. It's a little bit easier to lay them down flat because you have more of a surface to work with. However, I do like that sparkle and shine. So almost put them down like you would a sequence, kind of bowl up. And that will do it for the card today. Thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with us over at the Kraftgali channel. Anything I used in this card right here, you can go pick up over at the shop and head over there. There's some awesome things happening and also some new releases. And subscribe in the upper left-hand corner. Some more videos for you in the lower right-hand corner. And until next time, we hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.